Good morning YouTube. We're going to start another video on this raised garden beds today. It's 8:45 on Friday morning, October the 24th. So in New Zealand we have Labour weekend, which is this long weekend. I end up getting a lot of work done, but since I haven't been working, holidays and that really don't mean much to me anymore. But this is the weekend where we guarantee we won't have any more frosts in the far north. So now's the time to start planting our dahlias. So we're a little bit late. We've got the 2 bins made up so far. So this morning I've got string lines out, marked the corners of my beds, marked out where all the other poles are going to go. Got the little one-man auger. I've marked how deep I want it to go with that pink dazzle there. This morning, this is where I'm at. I want to try drill out all these holes at least this morning and concrete these posts in today. Last time I used this auger, my foot was aching for a few days after, so I just got to take it easy. I've got 4 days of hireage for this machine because the hire company has moved and they did a 4-day special. So you take it from their old place and you return it to their new place, and you get 1 day hire and you get 4 days for free. So I jumped on that option, so I've got all weekend, so I don't have to return it till Tuesday. So I'm hoping to get all these augered out. I need to go into the other side where I've dug out over here. I need to mark out for 2 bins in here. I want to try to get these augered out and concreted in, and the fencing put in to stop the dogs from getting in here, because they'll jump in the bins chasing the lizards and stuff, and we can't afford that. So it rained last night, so that's a good start. It's quite a solid clay base here, so the auger just burns on top, it doesn't dig in. So hopefully with a bit of moisture in there, it should make it a bit easier. I'm going to try to get a time lapse going. The time lapse failed yesterday of the macadamia nuts shelling. I'm not too sure what's going on with this combination here, but I might need to upgrade to a proper system, proper camera. This is just using a phone at the moment, and my own phone, to take these videos. So that's the job for today. Auger out these holes and start getting ready to do concrete. If I get these all concreted in today, I'd be happy. And even if I can mark out those ones over there ready for tomorrow, that'll be a good progress. But I'll keep you updated as we go along the day. Ellie's going to come in. She's going to start planting the dahlias out in these 2 beds because they're pretty much ready to go. Oh, my tomatoes cranking. Oh, the wind must have picked up last night. This is Soxy, morning socks. Squash my shallots. Tomatoes looking healthy. Potatoes are nearly ready to pick. And Ellie's getting there on her weeding of this garden. She's slowly getting there. Got 2 more beds here, 3 more beds here, and then she wants to use that area over there that I used to grow in as another spillover for her flowers. So we'll work something out with that in the next week or so as well, so we can get all those planted out. I need to clear this bin out. This got overtaken. All the netting got damaged in the last storm. So all these tubers need to go out. All these, and more flowers for the flower season ahead, and also fruit and vegetables I need to plant for our own cupboard. Still got all this picket fence I took down. It was around the original garden. So picket fences here. I've got posts over here. I've got corrugated iron over here. I need to have a really good tidy up. and then we've got the fire pile over there. So I'm going to use that picket fence along here, because you can see this from the B&B deck, which is between that gap there. So I want it to look nice, so I'll use the picket fences, and I'll do a raised garden bed on this other side as well. Once I backfill all of this with those boxes, I'll do a little skinny raised garden bed here with tall posts and wire going across so we can grow stuff up it. Yeah, that's the mission. And then once I get these 4 done, I can dig this area out here and do the other 4 or 5 depending on what we're up to. But we'll just build it as it comes. That's the plan for today. Wherever you are in the world, you're waking up to a nice day, nice and overcast here, so I'll try to get this time lapse going and update you as I go. Oh well, that was quite disappointing. This auger just doesn't have enough power to get through the clay. It's too tight. When I did these ones here, the ground was a little bit wetter, but since I've scraped the topsoil back, the clay's dried out quite a bit under here, so the little 2-man don't work. Oh, the 1-man post hole auger doesn't work. They don't have a 2-man. So I'm probably going to take this back, and I'll put the trenching bucket on my digger. So I'm just try dig a clean hole with that. If I can get this to work, it's going to be a lot easier on the old body anyway, because that thing to use is a prick. But I'll get all these done. I need to get a head made up for my digger so I can hire an auger for the digger, and then I don't actually have to do too much. I can just sit in the digger and auger holes, and a lot easier on the old body. So that's the mission now. I'm going to swap over and try use the digger. I'm going to take that back. That was a waste of half an hour. I'll try get into it, get something done. Right, got the concrete mixer ready. Just builder's mix in here. I'll get some cement. Got my timbers for my top caps, more posts for the sides, and our roofing iron. So I end up using the spade bucket on the digger to dig these holes. That auger just wasn't strong enough. Not the cleanest looking holes, but they'll do for what we're up to. And then Ellie's starting to plant out the dahlias, breaking up the soil and planting out. Dogs are out roaming around as they do. So planting day, exciting. I need to get the rest of these bins done so we can get some more of these tubers in the ground. I've got a time lapse happening over there, so hopefully that'll work this time. I'm struggling with it. These tubers looking really nice. Get that sorted. I'll start concreting these first bin in. I'll concrete these and then I'll dig the rest of them out and then concrete those, and just do it in sections. It's pretty warm already. Right, it's 1:45. I've got one bin post concreted in. I've got the second bin holes dug. Ellie's got both these bins planted out with tubers. So that's looking good. We're going to stop for lunch, have a quick drink and a bite to eat, and I'll come back and concrete these in. I'll see how I feel. I might, if these are concrete's gone off enough, I'll start cutting these posts down, and I'll put the tin on the inside and put the top cap on. I'll either do that, I'll concrete those in and either do that, or I'll go mark out the other bins and start getting ready for those. either way, we've had a good morning so far. Ellie's in the glass house just moving stuff around. Slowly getting there. Nice overcast day today, but it's muggy from all the rain we had last night. Must be like 30 degrees and 90% humidity. Oh, lunchtime. Got all the posts concreted in now. It's 10 to 4 on Friday afternoon. We did have a long lunch, but yeah, big long day again. Getting these all done. Because I couldn't use the auger, the holes ended up being a little bit bigger, so I took more concrete, but at least I didn't have to bend over using the post hole auger and get a sore back and a sore ankle using this thing. I could just sit in the digger and just dig the holes, but they were a little bit oversized. But that just is what it is, isn't it? But I've got it done. So 2 more beds ready to go tomorrow. Like I say, Ellie's planted these 2 out. Timer's on, so the drip's ready to go. And then tomorrow I'll build these and backfill these, and then I can tidy up in between all the beds as well. Thinking about putting another one here, which comes to the edge of there where that pink dazzle is, which still gives us enough room for a trailer if I need to take a trailer back there. I'm getting a trailer hitch made up for my digger. My mate, who's an engineer, is making me up a trailer hitch so I can just hook a trailer onto the back of that and cart myself and load myself. So that's going to be handy. And then a hitch so I can get a auger, and then I don't even need to worry about hand digging or anything. I just auger out the holes properly. So yeah, another big day. So that's the end of Friday. Still a little bit shady from yesterday. Had a couple of drinks after for my birthday, so might just mark this out roughly, get an idea of where I'm at, how much of a gap I want between these beds. So I still want to be able to put my ride on to come in and around here, and the digger to be able to go back and forth. So I'll do some measurements and make sure I've got a big enough pad for these 2, and tomorrow I'll dig these 2 bins out here, dig the posts out for that and start getting that concreted in, and I'll line these and put the top caps on and get these ones finished and filled so they can be planted out. Definitely we're getting there. And Ellie's been working over in the other flower garden. She's been doing a bit of seeding in the glass house. Excuse her camera skills, I'm still getting used to this. Yep. Hey Socks, where's Mum? So Ellie's been doing mission this whole garden. There was bulbs and stuff in here that she wanted to keep, and then all these other flowers. That one, what's that one called? And that one. These are cute little pom-pom things. But yeah, she's been digging up this garden while I've been doing the concrete and stuff, so that's pretty much going to conclude our Friday. So we'll pick up again in the morning when we crawl out of bed in the morning, because we're going to be sore, and do some more. It's just about to start raining, so pack all the gear up, put it away, and ready for the morning. Making good progress. Alright, Saturday morning, 7:45 on Saturday morning. sun's coming up over there in the east. That's pretty much directly north and then west, and then we've got Ahipara, which is a coastal town about 15 minutes that way, so we can hear the sea. So that's the bottom of the 90 Mile beach. Directly north, we're probably an hour and a half away from the very top of New Zealand. This morning's job is I'm going to laser the top of all these posts, cut them down to height, get that done, then start getting the iron cut to go inside the bins. Once we do that, then we'll put the top cap on, and then that will finish the bins, and then we can start filling them. The concrete should be set enough to be able to fill them today. So I'm going to start cutting the tops off the piles and then cutting the iron. Yeah, no clouds today. She's going to be a hot one. These bins are looking good, and Ellie's going to do more work on the garden over here. Big job. She's at the local farmers market this morning, going to pick up some goodies. Still this mess. I want to get all this tidied up this weekend. As much done as I can around here. I'm going to start. I'll try to get a time lapse again. The camera's playing up with the time lapse on it, but I'll try to get a time lapse of us doing this morning, and we'll start the two bins over here hopefully today as well. A little bit sore from yesterday, taking a bit to get going this morning, the old body. Yeah, let's get into it. I've got two boxes just about complete. I just need to trim the ends off and put the inboard on, the same as this, and then they're all done. It was a pretty good effort. It's 10:30 now. Ellie's just got back from the market, so I'll go in and have breakfast. I'll come back out, I'll finish those last two ends, timber here, and I can start backfilling these two bins, and that'll clear a lot of soil from over there. I'll move that pile into here, and then I can start clearing that area over there. A little bit at a time. We're slowly getting there. Backfill all the paths, backfill all this, get all the irrigation in, and then we can plant the rest of the dahlias. Each one of these beds, Ellie says, hold about 50, so we've only got 100 dahlias in there. So it'll make 200, but I think we've got like, oh, I'd hate to think maybe 1,000 tubers, so we might have to keep extending that way. We'll see how we go. We've got other places we can put them, but it's real hard to weed. There we go. It's nice and overcast now. It was hot earlier, no clouds, but clouds coming in. I'll try to get all this done, and I can start marking out these other bins, and Ellie can start filling these ones. More progress. And I set up the time lapse up there, but I'm having issues with that camera. I had time lapse. I've got a JDI gimbal and a old phone, so I need to work out something else because I like those time lapse. But then I need to add an editing program because on the time lapses I can't add music, so I need to work on that if I want to start making these videos a bit more regular. Oh, there we go. I'm going to go have breakfast, and then we'll come back out and update you more. So my friend's just started an engineering company here in Kaitaia. He's just moved up from like a local town about 2.5 hours away, I think he was, maybe a bit further. Anyway, he's opened up an engineering company, so I got him to make up some bits. This was an old old hitch, manual hitch, came off this digger, so I got him to cut it up and weld these pieces on, and now I can hire an auger and run an auger bit with the digger and the hydraulics, and then I don't have to bend over and hurt my back using something like this, and that puts a lot of strain on my ankle. Leaves me limping for a few days. I've had a few issues with my ankle, so I'll talk about that in another video maybe. But at the same time, I got him to make up this piece. Just a bolt-on hitch for the digger, so I can tow the trailer around and load myself. It's going to come in handy when I go to move all these big piles of stuff. There's big piles down there by the Cherimoya where I dug the manga out, or the dead creek as it would be. I dug that out and made it quite deep. The dogs like to play in that, and the ducks use it and that, so the native ducks, our own ducks, use the manga out the front, which we've also dug out to make it bigger for them. So yeah, I just thought I'd add that into the video. These are going to come in so handy now. Just a couple of bolts on the back, clamps that on, and you're away. And I've got the ends on the bins now, so the top cap's on all these bins, so I'll swap over to the big weed bucket, tilt bucket, and start backfilling around these and filling these bins up, and then we can add irrigation and then probably plant them tomorrow, depending on how the rest of the day goes. Yeah, we'll go both bins backfilled. Just got to go through and break up all the clumps and get all the weeds out. There's a little bit of weeds in it, not too bad considering. And still got to fill the paths. But Ellie's just cleaned the last of the bins out. It's 1:30, so we're going to have lunch. But 4 bins now. We'll get more tubers in after lunch. Get both these beds done and hopefully irrigation done too, and I'll tidy up around these bins and backfill the paths a bit better with the material. So I'm still thinking about putting another bin here. Ellie's not too sure. What do you reckon?
I'm not sure.
She's not sure. I think we could fit another bin in here, and there's still enough room for a trailer and stuff to get down here. And then if we did a 5th one over here, it would just be to the side of this. This is a fig tree, this one, but then we've also got a plum tree over here, and it would be down the side of there. Oh, Soxy's hanging out. She's a hanging out dog, that one. Loves to be by mum as often as she can. Right, we'll have lunch, we'll get these done, and then I'll start working out that for tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. I made a big dent in this pile of dirt here, which is awesome. The digger hitch works. I just need to shorten up my drawbar a bit so it's less reach for the arm, and then I'd be able to get to at least past the axles, so that's a good load. I'll get my engineer mate to cut it off there and put the draw hitch there. That'll be heaps better, but yeah, that's where we're at. We'll stop for lunch and then fill these bins up. I've just dressed up all around all these boxes here. Well, Ellie's been planting out these bins. Did you get that one bin full?
Yep.
Nice. So she's managed to fill one bin completely with the dahlia tubers. She's just on to the second one now. I filled up all the paths in between. Just leveled them off. I still need to rake a couple of them out, but I'm pretty exhausted from a big day. Sore back, so yeah, I can sort that tomorrow. I still need to dress up around here a bit more, tidy up around here, and there we go. 4 bins. So I'll get the irrigation in these 2 tomorrow, join that up, and I'll start getting that far one, the far boxes sorted. It's nice and flat. I still think I want to stick one here. We need to have a discussion about that. And we were just having a discussion about what we should put on the paths. Whether we just weed mat it and get some mulch, because we've got a chipper. We've got our own chipper, so we could chop some branches and chip down, put some weed mat down, but I'm not too sure yet. That'll be the easiest way. Well, not easy because running the machine's not easy, but it's free other than a bit of fuel. So we'll just start in here tomorrow. Tidy up this, and I'll start getting ready to put this fence down here as well. Fence it off across there. What are you looking for, Soxy? What have you... Is there a lizard in there? So... that dazzle can there is going to be the line of where the end of the bin is. So I was thinking about coming about 1.5 meters off it, maybe 2 meters off, and running it down here. I'm going to relocate the bananas. I'm going to dig out the pups and relocate those to the other side of the manga over there, and that's what we can see outside the sunroom. The manga, or the creek, Dead River that runs in behind the property there. So we're going to stick them, the bananas, either over there or outside where we can see them outside the sunroom, which would be quite nice. So yeah, not too worried about where we'll go with that. It should just fit inside there, and then that'll be the fence sits inside the bananas, and then the tunnel house will come off from here. But it's looking nice and tidy around here now. Random post on there. There we go. And then that looks back into the glass house. And then those are north facing. I might put one more there. We have to have a discussion. Talk to boss lady, see what she says. Oh, that's us. Right, we're just planting up the last bin now. Ellie's just topping the tubers with topsoil. So we've got all 4 bins planted out. We just need irrigation. There we go. So we've got a couple more days of the long weekend to go. It's only Saturday, so making good progress. I've got 2 more bins to make tomorrow. Hopefully it stays overcast like today, because it wasn't too bad today working out here. But we've got over 200 tubers in the ground now. It makes me feel a little bit better. And the dogs are enjoying the new shade they found. Once we finish the fencing, they won't be allowed in here. Can't trust them. Gone and had dinner, had a bit of a sit down. We thought we might as well come out and harvest our potatoes. The bin looks like it's nearly ready to be pulled. That'll clear another bin to grow some more stuff in. We thought, oh, the sun's going down, nice night out, come harvest our potatoes. I'm not too sure what are in here. Well, that's not a very good start, but I can't remember if they're brown or red potatoes, but we'll find out. These are just grown in some apple crates we got from the auctions. There's 4 back here, 5 including this one with the garlic in, and then we have a heap of these over in the kitchen garden. Can't remember how many we've got over there. Maybe another 5 of those too. This is what we used to grow in. Shallots going in there. We'll harvest these and we'll do an update once we get them out. Right, so out of that bin we've got a decent amount of red and brown, different varieties in there. Not too sure what the actual names of them are, but they're potatoes. It's pretty good. It's only me and Ellie that on the farm, so and the dogs like potatoes too, but that's a good start. We'll take them into the glass house and clean those off, and then we've got another bin that we need to do up by the house. Maybe we'll do it tonight.
Yeah.
You want to do it tonight, and we'll fill this whole bin right up and see what our potato harvest is for the year. We're going to deal with these potatoes bin here, which is this is our kitchen garden. Spring onions, herbs, tomatoes. So we'll deal to this here and see what our potato harvest is for the year. This spinach just comes up out of nowhere. Perpetual spinach. Right, deal to this bin and we'll update you after that. Right, that bin's cleared now. Wheelbarrow full of compost and a bin full of potatoes. Nice, bit of a mix of mainly red and a few brown. So I'll plant this bin out with something else next. Rotate these bins around. Need to get in here and have a good weed out. But spring onions are looking healthy. I'm getting seeds for the next round, so I just let the seeds drop, and then when they start sprouting, I get low, I'll just take them and spread them out. That's how we get the bin, and we just have this spring onions just all year round in here. It's great. We use a lot of spring onions. Oh, we were looking for a turmeric. Here it is. A pot with turmeric. We'll pull that out and see if we can. The mint smell. Oh, that's strong. We'll get the turmeric pot out and see if we've got any turmeric in there. This corner gets a bit carried away too, because whole farm to run. But we need to come in and do this area. We'll go through the turmeric bin and see what we can get out of here. Are you alright with that, Bob?
Yep.
It's heavy. Does that say turmeric? We empty that bin of potatoes. Just got another half of much again, so that's pretty good. And Ellie's just doing some turmeric out of the turmeric pot. Didn't do very well this year. We had a good year last year with it, but it might be time to change location.
Change the soil in the pot.
Yeah, maybe not in the pot. I'm just tying up the tomatoes as they're getting on. The tomatoes going in there. There's all my jalapenos that have overwintered. I'll tidy these up. Get this. Is this mullein, this plant here?
Borage, I think.
Oh, it's borage. Yeah, that keeps popping back up, so I need to plant that somewhere else. Borage is good for you. Yeah, good for all sorts of stuff. And then yeah, need to weed out this bin too. These bins aren't too bad. I've been slowly weeding them out, but the ground needs getting sorted. This mint's out of control. Holy heck. And we've got a different type of mint in there too. Mojito mint. And that other pot, I might have died. It gets so dry here.
No, there's a little bit still here.
Oh yeah, there we go. Mojito mint for our mojitos. Not that we drink mojitos, but
Yep, that's what it is. And it's still growing.
yeah, we need to get in and weed this corner out. We'll do a little bit tonight. End the night off. A little bit of weeding out in there. I'm pretty stoked with the potatoes though. They were our regrow last year. They were sprouting in the pantry, so I just chuck them in. That'll keep us going for at least a good 2 months of the potatoes. That corner's tidying up nicely now. A little bit of turmeric out of there. I'm going in. I've had enough for today. It's been another good productive day on the farm. Sun setting. Dogs are playing. Beautiful sunset tonight. It's 20 to 10 Sunday morning. I've marked out the corners of the bins and I've marked out where the poles are going in for these. First bin, so I'll go over, dig those, and then I'll mark these ones out and dig those out, and then I'll start making up some corners and the top caps and cut the posts down to size. It's a cracker day. Yeah, 18 degrees, 20 to 10, late start. Bodies are a little bit sore. We'll work through it. I'll change the bucket over, chuck the spade bit on and start digging out these. I'll keep you updated as the day goes on. It's a beautiful day in the far north. Can't wait to get all this tidied up. All those fences built along here and just get all this material just used. So much stuff everywhere, as you do when you tear something apart. All this picket fence back up. All these posts, clear all this out, spread that pile of weeds out, and dry that out, get the bonfire started. We rained last night, so we've got a little bit of moisture in the ground today, so that's good. Let's make a start. Ellie's inside cleaning off the potatoes that we picked yesterday. Just clean the mud off and tidying up the turmeric we got. We're going to replant a lot of this stuff, the turmeric. See if we can get a better harvest out of that. We had a way better harvest last year. But Ellie's just in the sunroom. Picked a heap of mint. Getting ready to dry off. She's watching homesteading videos. Cleaning off potatoes. I've just had lunch, so I'm going to go back out and carry on. Got all my posts cut down, edges machined off them, so they're all ready to go. Holes are all ready to go, but my body doesn't feel like it's ready to go, so I might wait till tomorrow to concrete these posts and give myself a rest off the concrete mixer. And I might jump in the digger and just come tidy up around here, down between the bananas. It's about where the edge of the garden is going to come to, the fencing, I think, about here. Yeah, I can post the bananas. The fire pile, I need to put that back on the pile. There's this load of weeds here. Got a load of weeds here that I dug out of the garden, so that needs to go down into the wasteland, which is down over here. There's the Munga, the dead river that comes through our property. It flows this way, goes in on the other side of those trees, and then comes back in the property just down over there. I'll go have a look at that. But this is the wasteland. It was just all creek, so we've just been chucking all our garden waste down in here and slowly reclaiming it. It only came to here, and then that was sort of creek or just sort of wash out. So we're backfilling it, pushing it back towards the fence more. Yes, too hot to be doing concrete today. My body rest. Down. This is our boundary here. These big trees. Come down. property there. So this is the corner. I built a bridge down here that we can take a ride on over to get to the other side. That was the only way to get over there. And my digger goes across this bridge too. And this is the munga in here. So basically on the other side of our boundary there, it goes along into this farmland on the other side of that drum there, and then does a big 180 and comes back into our property. And that's it, goes down there, and that leads out to the chicken coopers, the water tank, and our sunroom looks out over to that area over there. So instead of doing the concrete, I might just start moving this dirt around, and that'll give me room as well. Lemons, oranges, orchard in here, there's a fig there, there's a persimmon there, lemon, plums, all plums. But I need to I'll drag all this weed stuff out and move this, and then I need to go from the line of the bins, in line with the bins here, and put this fence up here. So I might clear all this dirt off to the side, make some room, and I'll mark out that, and that'll finish the day off. Move all this stuff around and mark out for where the fence is going to go. I might drill those holes too. I'll see how we go. There you go. Slowly getting there. The bins look awesome from back here. Yep. 4 more there. And a little one in here. I'll work that out now. Got the drip line hooked up in these last 2 beds for the irrigation. So all of these 4 now are running off a timer. So that's a good way to save water. Ellie's watering her garden at the moment. I started marking out for my fence posts. I tried augering one. That took a lot of work just to get that deep, so I'm either going to have to do them by hand or use a digger, which makes it a bit of a nasty hole, or go hire a proper auger for my digger, which is about $250 for a day, so that's quite expensive. And the holes get a bit squirrely when you use the spade bucket on the digger, so that's the progress today. It ends Sunday in the garden. I'll go sit down, have a drink, and start getting dinner ready. Still birthday weekend, so I might go have a beer. Ellie's been working hard in this glass house. Get all the tubers that haven't sprouted or haven't got eyes planted up. Try to get them to sprout. Which we planted up. Oh, hanging baskets as well. Got a few herbs in this corner here. Just getting there. So I've got an empty bin from the potatoes last night, and I can plant out. Just waiting for some seeds to turn up that Ellie's ordered. I'll fill that bin a bit up with compost. Fill it up with some compost and some more mix in there. Yeah. It's 20 to 6 on Sunday afternoon, so I'm going to go make dinner. I might come out after dinner. Pretty knackered, the body's definitely feeling it.